You put my fish in first so that if it's contaminated, my fish dies. Cool. Hello everybody, welcome back to our channel. Welcome back to our channel. Welcome back. Yay! Punky, can you smile? This is, oh, she has spit up all over herself. Babe. Not you. How long has that been like that? Has it been like that the whole time I was talking? Do I have to start over now? Okay. Let me start over, I guess. Welcome back to our channel, everybody. We have Aubrey-Rose here today, my daughter, special guest on the channel, but not really, because it's her channel too, right, Mama? And today I just wanted to do a quick 6-month update on her progress, what she's doing, what she's eating, what we're doing as parents, for any of our family members or friends who maybe don't see her often or maybe haven't met her before, or any new mom out there that has any questions. This is where she's at. Every baby is different, every baby develops differently, so if I say something that your 6-month-old doesn't do, or if I don't say something that your 6-month-old does do, that doesn't mean anything's wrong. It's just different babies develop differently. So at 6 months today, Aubrey-Rose was born. What? Aubrey-Rose was born on March 11th. She was born at 7 pounds. And now she's about 16.5 pounds. So she's doubled her weight and then some. So that's good. She is eating solid food. She eats sweet potatoes, peas, green beans. We give her prunes because her poop is hard. So we give her prunes to kind of soften up her stool. I've given her a little bit of juice. Just a little bit of prune juice, again, for her stool. Ooh, let's change positions. There's going to be a glare on my glasses, but that's fine. So she can sit up by herself. She's rolling over from the front to the back, from the back to the front. She's almost crawling. We can kind of see her trying to like move while she's on the floor. So she's very close to crawling. We're going to be on the lookout for a tooth pretty soon, hopefully. She is a bald baby, but her father was bald until he was 2, so that's probably why. I'm not breastfeeding. I tried to breastfeed in the hospital. I tried to breastfeed when I got home, but it wasn't really working out. So anyway, before we got rudely interrupted, like I said, I'm not breastfeeding. It was not working out. She was not latching correctly, and we would try to breastfeed, but she was just getting so hungry that she got to the point where she was starving in the hospital, and she downed a thing or two of formula. Her pee at one point was like this dusty red because she was so dehydrated. So at that point I was like, you know what, I don't want to try if this is what's going to happen to her. So I just stopped breastfeeding. I gave her formula. She's a chunky little one because of it, but it's fine. She's healthy, and that's all that matters. But I give so much credit and I have so much respect for mothers who can breastfeed. It is hard. It is freaking hard to do. She does have this little line from her bed from moving her head, but I want to say probably a month ago or a month or 2 ago, she started to just roll on her stomach in her sleep. So her ring on the back of her head isn't as bad as I've seen it on other babies, because she now sleeps on her stomach, exclusively on her stomach. She always rolls over when I put her down in the crib. She is sleeping in a crib by herself. That was very easy. She sleeps mainly throughout the night. She recently has been waking up in the morning at around like 2 or 4 to eat. She is currently wearing 3 to 6 month clothing and or just 6 months. The 6 to 12 obviously is a little big on her. She's correlated pretty well with the size of clothing so far. I know some people have 6-month-olds that still fit in 3-month-old clothing, so she's correlated pretty well with the sizes of clothes. She is actually, her personality, she's a very happy baby. She doesn't cry really for no reason. It's mainly because she's hungry or she has a diaper full. But other than, or if her mouth is hurting her, but other than that, she's not really a crazy crier, which we are lucky with that for our first. She's a little cranky right now because she's tired. Mommy, you want me to put you to bed? Everybody. What? 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 She's making a lot of noises. She has a different noise almost every day. Now we're just at straight screaming, apparently. So she's learning her vocal cords have all different ranges, and she's testing them all out on us, aren't you, Pumpkin? The doctor says we can start giving her like solid like finger foods when her tooth comes in. So we're just waiting for a tooth to pop up until we can give her the fun food. She's not really a pacifier baby. She definitely is a thumb sucker, but I was a thumb sucker, so that's not really, oh bless you, that's not really a surprise. We're using Gerber Good Start Soothe formula for her. That's what we've been using since the beginning. It seems to work for her. It seems to regulate her digestive system well, and she reacts fine to it, so that's what we kind of have stuck with. But we are trying to introduce her to new foods as well now that she's getting older and bigger. But I have noticed she also has learned how to like eat from a spoon better. Whereas in the beginning when I was giving her solid food, it was kind of just like her opening her mouth and me like dropping the food in from the spoon. But oh, Pumpkin. But now she'll actually like take the food off the spoon herself using her mouth, so she's learning the different ways to eat. And yeah, so that's pretty much everything that I can think of right now. This video was a little rushed. It's the middle of the week. I work today, I work tomorrow. But I definitely wanted to get this 6-month video filmed on her actual 6 months. So I'm just proud of myself that I was able to do that. But she's getting a little cranky. Pumpkin, I'm gonna put you to bed right now. Woo! Alright, I'll be back after I put her to bed. So she's asleep now. But I just wanted to get on here and do. I know the quality right now is probably terrible, but I just wanted to get in here and do just like a little outro. And the reason that I want to do these videos is so that maybe family members and friends who don't see us every day or don't see her every day, and they want to know where she's at, what she looks like now, what her developmental stages are at the moment. This is sort of a way for them to know that information. I didn't do a good job of organizing this video. I kind of have been all over the place the last couple of days, so I wasn't really able to sit down and like map out what I wanted to say. So I'm trying to think if there's anything that I missed. The bath, baths have been getting easier. At first she didn't like it, and now they're getting easier. She's getting used to it. She's starting to play with the water more often. Now she's actually playing with her little pink rubber duckies, so that's fun. And sort of just waiting for her to start crawling. I know our lives are just gonna completely do 180, 360, whatever you want to say, however many degrees. It is just gonna be so different when she's mobile and moving around, and we can't just like stick her in one spot and not worry about her after that. So I definitely know that that's coming, but I'm also anxious to see her crawl. Something about parenting that I find to be the most interesting is just like seeing her learn imperative important things. So like balancing, seeing her learn how to balance was mind-blowing to me when she finally learned how to sit up on her own. Just like watching her sit there and like fall over a little bit, but like grab the side of her changing table and then realize that if she did that, then she was okay, she wouldn't fall, and then letting go and then falling over, and like just watching her learn how to do these things is what's mind-blowing to me. And you know, I do work 2 jobs, so it is hard for me to spend time with her. So when I do get to spend time with her, I love it 100%. So I try to really soak up what I can. Something that people don't really talk about when it comes to having a baby is, or maybe they do and I just haven't seen it or heard it, but something that was hard and still is hard for me today is, you know, just people giving you their input on every little thing. And it's like, if I didn't ask you for your opinion, don't give it to me, number one. And number two, if I make a decision and you don't agree with it, you don't have to tell me all the reasons that you don't agree with it, because at the end of the day, I'm her mother and Patrick is her father, and if me and him are on the same page and me and him make a joint decision, that's a decision. That is something that I think any new mom or any new parent has to be prepared for, definitely, is the unwanted input from everybody that you're gonna get. Okay, so my SD card is like almost full. So basically, one of the things that I didn't touch up on when I had the baby was her ear piercing. Her father and I both agreed that we didn't want to pierce her ears yet. We just didn't want to inflict unnecessary pain onto her for no reason, if it wasn't for like a shot, and if it was really just so that people would know that she was a girl. Like, we don't care about that. So we didn't pierce her ears, and I know it's a very controversial issue, and I know people are probably gonna have it out in the comments going one way or the other, but that's what we decided to do, so that's what we're going to do. So she does not have her ears pierced, and she will not have them pierced until she's old enough to waddle up to me and say, "Mommy, I want to have my ears pierced." So that's that. I wanted to give a huge shout out to my family. I love them very much. They're all very supportive, my family and Patrick's family. She is very lucky to have such a huge support system behind her. She's very lucky to have a lot of people who will do anything and everything for her. So I'm lucky, she's lucky, Patrick is lucky to have that. So my SD card is about to be full. I have 5 seconds. I love you all. Thank you for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe and tune in for my next video. Mwah.